Lance Millsaps was the epitome of an all-around athlete. He played football and was a sprinter on track and field. But he found his true love on the baseball diamond.
I remember when I hit the first ball, like off a tee, I was like, yes. I was like, this is something I want to do forever.
He began playing at the age of 5. By the time he was 15, he was a rising star, an outfielder with speed and a cannon for an arm. He was young, strong, and healthy. Until one afternoon in February 2018, he wasn't.
And I just got done with my throwing exercises, and I started feeling something weird in my chest, but I didn't think to say anything to the coaches because it wasn't horrible. And then I started doing my sprinting exercises, and then it really got really bad. And I walked over to the head coach, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to sit out the rest of practice because I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Around 9:30 that night, things took a more serious turn.
He come home and he was like, Mom, something don't feel right. He said, my heart feels kind of funny. And then he turned and looked at my husband. And when he turned and looked at my husband, you could see his heart beating in his neck. And that's when we were like, whoa, something is not right.
The Millsaps rushed Lance to St. Mary's Regional Medical Center in Russellville. Admitted with a resting heart rate of 206, over the next 13 hours, it never fell below 176.
Throughout the evening, he was getting a little bit more lethargic. His color was getting off. He was getting slower to respond.
I was scared the night everything was going on because, like, I actually thought I was going to die that night. Like, I did not think I was going to make it through the night.
Lance was life-flighted to Children's in Little Rock, just 5 days after his 15th birthday.
We went in on a Tuesday. That Friday, they did a cardiac MRI. And that's when we come up with the diagnosis.
Lance had arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy, a rare genetic disorder that affects the lower chambers of the heart.
It is one of the leading causes of sudden death in athletes. Most of the time you don't know you have it until it's too late.
Then, doctors deliver news more crushing than the diagnosis. Lance would never play baseball again.
From the beginning, Lance had told them all. He was like, I'll walk away from football, no questions asked. Just please don't take my baseball. He said, whatever you do, I want to still be able to play baseball.
While he was in the hospital, doctors placed a defibrillator designed to help Lance's heart maintain a normal rhythm. For 6 months, there were no issues.
October, November of 2018, then he started having major chest pains again, and he would kind of feel off for a little bit.
On January 21st, 2019, while at a high school basketball game, his defibrillator went off.
He went and sat down. Well, after he sat down with his buddies, the next thing I know, I hear him scream.
For the next few months, the Millsaps endured a series of tests and ever-changing medications in an attempt to stabilize Lance's heart.
They noticed that even with him not doing anything physical, it was progressing faster.
His only option? A transplant. Lance was placed on the list on April 25th, 2019. In May, they got a call.
We were all in shock and amazed that it happened so soon.
And after receiving the ultimate gift, his improvement was immediate.
He looked at me and he rubbed his chest and he went like this, like his fist pumping, like his heart was pumping, and he gave me 2 thumbs up.
But I never felt that good. Like, I couldn't remember ever feeling that good because the heart was pumping so much better and so much stronger.
8 weeks after his transplant, Lance was back on the field.
8 weeks after surgery, I started throwing a baseball, and I really started working on pitching mainly.
And on March 2nd, 2020, Lance was in the lineup for Dover's season opener against Paris.
When I walked out to my position, I just kind of stood there, took a deep breath, and just looked all around me. Like, it was a great feeling. Just to be like, wow, this is actually a game. This is actually real life.
After more than 2 years away, Lance was playing baseball again, the way he always had, with all heart.